Okay, I think we're live. So hello everyone. Hello Alexis and Dawn. Thank you for joining us. And I guess do you want to go over like what we're currently working on and what our goals are?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, if you're new to Angela's channel, my name is Evie Redding, and I'll
On and
be.
what our goals.
Oh, let me turn this off. Sorry, I have the YouTube pulled up.
Yeah, I do
But
see on it just played, so it might have
yeah,
been.
I was like, oh no. But my name is Evie Redding, and I usually write about fantasy, usually with dragons. And so that's what I will be working on today. Just a little bit of editing. Hopefully, I can edit this one chapter that I have been trying to get done for a very, very long time. I don't even want to say how long it's been taking me to revise this one chapter, but hopefully today I can get it done.
That's the worst, but I feel like there's one chapter in my current draft that I spent so much time editing on the last draft, and now I read it through and I'm like, this is probably one of the best chapters in the book. So I feel like the chapters you spend the most time on turn out to be the best.
I hope so, because I feel like I'm the opposite. Like, I spent so much time on this chapter. Why is it so bad? But what are you working on, Angela?
So if you're new here, my name's Angela, and I work on young adult contemporary. And I'm still working on the same young adult contemporary that I feel like I've been working on since forever. Been working on it for like a year now, so like really not that long. But I feel like I haven't really been mixing it in with other projects, so it seems like a lot longer. Um, but I'm currently just trying to go through and proofread some chapters today, and then there are some chapters I need to like rewrite, but it's just more to like add more tension into them. Some kind of, I don't know. So it's not like really big edits, but it's almost harder because I'm like, don't want to make the prose better because I just look at it and I'm like, I know this could be written better, but like,
Yes, I understand that. I understand that so much. Do you find it difficult to add like tension into a story, or is that something that comes easily to you?
I think it depends. I feel like because I used to write a lot of like sci-fi before I started on this project, and sci-fi I thought it was a lot
Mm.
easier to add tension.
Mm-hmm.
But I think with contemporary, it can sometimes be harder because it's not life or death situations. But I think romantic
Mm.
tension is easier in contemporary, but then like tension of plot is like harder.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense because the stakes are like a micro sort of like interpersonal perhaps for
Yeah,
the concern. Okay, that makes sense. Whereas with my fantasy, I'm like something exploded. Go, go deal with that. What happened? Who knows?
yeah, it's like life or death stakes versus
Right. Yeah. Oh no, the world is ending. So much bigger stakes. That makes sense. That makes sense.
yeah. But so it's been good though. I've been enjoying these edits.
I'm just ready for my edits to be over with so I can like go on and write something else. And I have an idea and I want to write
Ooh,
something totally different from my usual fantasy stuff, and it's going to be contemporary. So I'm kind of excited, kind of scared for that because I've never tried to write contemporary in my wildest dreams, and I'm like, I have this idea and I really want to write it. So I
yeah.
don't I don't know. We'll see.
I think it'll probably be good. If anything, like it'll help you expand. Like I feel like when I write in different genres, I like grow as a writer.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah. I think I may need to pick up some more contemporary though to read before I feel comfortable enough
yeah.
to sit down and execute this plot, because I don't know. Yeah, I don't know like the conventions and things that I need to look out for. So I think I need to read up a little bit more on contemporary,
Is
which
it,
makes me excited.
is it young adult or is it adult?
I think it most likely will be an adult, because when I first sort of thought of the idea, it kind of fell in the new adult
Mm-hmm.
area, and I'm like, I don't know, and that's a whole other thing, and I don't think I'm not a strong enough writer to really try that. So I think I may just make it adult and kind of stick with that and see where it goes.
Okay, yeah. Because I was like, if it was young adult, I could give you so many recommendations.
Well, no, I would still love to read some young adult contemporary, because it's
Yeah.
the age might be a little bit different or the themes might be a little bit different, but I feel like at least get some semblance of what I can make my story into. Then maybe I'll find out that I need to write it as a young adult instead of
Yeah.
an adult, because I don't know.
I'll look at my bookshelf and give you some recommendations. And if anyone else wants recommendations of what young adult books I like, just message and I'll send them to other
Oh, that would be
people as
great.
well.
That would be great. Yes.
Yeah, because that's probably the genre that I read the most. But
Oh, wonderful. Oh, I'm excited now.
so I guess we want to get started with sprints, or if anyone else wants to write what they're working on in the comments.
Yes, please let us know.
I'll have to look up a timer too.
Yes, I'm all for it. Your timers are just excellent. Let me pull up my Word document. Oh no. Let's see.
We don't have the fun holiday theme though.
We do not, as it is in the middle of the year.
Okay, I'll name off some of the timers that we have. We have a princess timer, a pirate timer, a puppy timer, a cat timer, a fish timer, a dinosaur timer, an emoji timer, a monster timer, a robot timer.
Kind of here for the monsters.
And I kind of feeling the monsters too. Should we try out that?
We can try that one out. I mean, I would. Oh, okay. My cat decided to join. I don't think. Oh, there she is. Yeah.
I think it's like, yeah, I think it's like pop culture monsters,
Oh.
like King Kong and stuff.
Oh. Oh my goodness. That's so funny. Yeah, we could try that, or I mean, whatever is fine. I don't mind. They're all pretty interesting, I find.
Yeah.
I mean, I was gonna be a little bit biased and be like the cat timer, but I didn't want to be that person. So I was like, all right, we'll just go with monsters.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would have been much more into the puppy timer probably.
Yeah.
So how long do we want to sprint for?
Well, I mean, I'm always for a good warm up sprint. We could do. Oh, but if you want to just jump in and do a longer sprint, I'm also okay with that.
Yeah, we can do a warm up sprint. Dawn's suggesting 15 minutes. Sounds pretty good.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
15 set. Oh, I have to turn off the sound or else it's gonna scare me.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
I'll start the timer now.
Okay.
It looks like King Kong won the race.
I see that. I don't know if he looks too happy about that win, though.
Just looking forward to his next win, I guess.
Yeah. Onwards and upwards. Let me see how much I edited. It's kind of hard to, and I feel like I always talk about this, but it's hard to count word count if you're editing because, like, do I just add how many words I added? Because that would be like 5. But if I go like a page count or even like a paragraph count, it would be a lot of what I edited, regardless of how many words I put in. Maybe that'll be better. Like a better judge.
Challenge is like figuring out how to measure your revising sessions and like how much progress you actually got done.
Let's see.
Dawn said King Kong's face is a mood, LOL.
It is. I feel that.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's see. It's not a lot. Let me see if I can. Word count. Here we go. Yeah. So I edited about 250 words. But it's like I'm stuck right now. So it's not too bad considering that I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing and I need the character to get to point B. And I'm just like, I don't know how to get her there because in my previous drafts of this novel, she was a very different character. She was like the quintessential, like, best warrior dragon slayer ever with the dual wielding swords because I started this book a very long time ago. And now she's totally different. So my transition to get the character to where I need her to be for the catalyst, I'm just like, I don't know how to get her there because it made sense in all the other iterations, but it doesn't make sense now that she would just go in swords blazing like I'm gonna save everybody. Now it's like, no, you will not.
Does she like not have the experience to do that now?
Right. So now I switched her from being like this warrior type character to she's basically like an herbalist. She makes like potions and she puts a lot of her healing type magic into her cooking. So she's basically like she's magical, but she does it through her cooking. So she's like, don't come at me with your swords. Like, what are we going to do? Throw a soup spoon at your face? Like, I don't know.
Could she like create a potion maybe to like?
That's what I was thinking. Maybe she could like, you know, make some sort of bad food or something and sort of, I don't know. I don't know. But maybe I'm going along that track. That's kind of what it's looking like right now.
Yeah, you could always, I don't know if this would work for you, but at least for me, when I like come into problems, I always have like, I have my journal right here and I'll just like take and journal about it. Cause sometimes like getting off the screen and just like writing stream of consciousness, like, oh, this is so frustrating. I hate this problem. What am I going to do? Like,
yeah,
gets you to the solution.
Oh, that's really nice. Yes. Well, I have many journals that need to be written in. So that is a good idea. And I may do that because yeah, I like that. What about you? How did you do?
Pretty good. Right now, my goal for today, I have some stuff I want to write later, but I lost my notebook that had the edits I need in it. So I need to go look for that. So right now I'm going through and there were some chapters that I was like, these chapters are actually good. So I'm just going through and making some like small little changes in them. And so I want to get done like 4 of those chapters today and then hopefully rewrite some of the other stuff if I can find my notes.
Do you know how long it's going to take you to do this editing pass? Like the whole thing or?
I'm hoping to be done with the editing pass, like the whole thing by the end of April. So, I don't, but then like this one, I feel like I need another round of like line edits before it's ready to be like read by anyone else. But I'm like kind of doing line edits right now, but not really. Like I need to go through and kind of comb it out for like voice and sentence structure as like a separate draft. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Like, I can't line edit and other layers of editing at the same time, because then it just gets muddled. And then what if I take this other part out and then I'm like, I spent so much time line editing, and I'll like have wasted, you know, a chapter or 500 words or something. So yeah, I definitely understand that.
But thank you, Dawn. Hopefully I find my notebook soon.
Yeah.
I also had a really cool thing about Scrivener that she put in the comments. She outlines the next part in her work in progress. Oh no, sorry, that's not it. This part. I thought that was kind of cool. I don't have Scrivener, but it seems like it would be a really cool software to invest in.
Yes, I have Scrivener and I've done that, but I've been really just disorganized with this editing pass lately, because I have what I'm working on right now is the Google Docs document that I let Dawn read because she is my critique partner. So I have Scrivener open too, and then what ends up happening is I'll change something in one area and then not change it in the Google Docs. So I'm like, okay, I just need to finish this in the Google Docs, and then I'll switch it over to Scrivener and copy paste that way. So, but yeah, I do need to do that. The side-by-side comparison, that'll help.
Yeah. Even sometimes that can just help with motivation. Like I just took one paragraph that I was working on like strengthening the prose of right now, and then I like copy and pasted the old paragraph next to it, and I just read them out loud during the last sprint. And I'm like just being able to hear like how much better it got. Like,
oh, that's nice. Yeah, I should try that, like the side by side, because I read out loud too, but just for me to get to the point where I need to start writing, so I'll read the like previous 2 or 3 chapters out loud so I can get in the groove of the voice that I was trying to go for at the time. So, but yeah, I like that idea. All kinds of ideas today. Oh, I'm so excited.
Dawn also said that the comment I brought up, that wasn't the right comment, but she's outlining the next part in her work in progress to help with revisions. So she's not really counting words, but there's going to be several new chapters in this draft.
I understand that, yes.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like I get excited when I get to draft something new, because I like hardly ever get to draft anything new anymore. Like I rewrite one of the chapters, and it's like the only chapter I'm going to rewrite. And I was like, whoa, this is so fun.
Like I forgot how fun writing is. Oh wait, you know, when you're drafting, it's such a different mindset, and it gets you motivated, and you're just like going to town. Whereas editing, you have to, I don't know, I feel like I have to slow down to a crawl, and I'm like, okay, does this make sense? You know, is this needed for the story? And so it's like, it's a lot more technical. And so I feel like I can bog myself down with just technicalities and overthinking it. Whereas when I'm drafting, I'm not overthinking. I'm like, this is great. I'll fix this later.
Well, I can't wait to draft a new project once I'm done with the editing.
Yes, me too. Me too.
Maybe Camp Nano in July.
I don't know. I don't even say goals anymore. I keep saying them on my videos, and then the goal comes, and then I just wave as it keeps going by. So I'm just like, it'll get done when it gets done. I don't know when, but it'll get done.
Chelsea and Dawn both said that they like the idea of comparing side-by-side chapters to get yourself motivation during editing.
Yeah, I really like that. It's like have you ever read any of your like very, very old work, like from years ago or something, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, like it wasn't good.
Yeah. Like I have a video on my channel where I am just roasting my own like fan fiction stuff, and it's so fun. I mean, I think people thought I was serious, but I was just cracking myself up because I thought it was so good. I thought I was like peak form. And I go back and read it years later. I'm like, oh, this is terrible. But I can tell you why. So that made me feel confident that I've at least grown a little bit, because it's not that I just know that it's bad, whatever, subjectively. I can tell you what I would have changed to make it stronger. So that's how I can tell I've grown.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think one of the things I'm really looking forward to when this book finally gets like published is being able to see the final draft and then go back and read the first draft I ever wrote and like see the difference. I feel like that's
Oh, yeah, that's gonna be fun. I need to start like just saving the actual draft numbers so that I'll know, because, or at least put them with dates or something so that I can go back and look at the earlier drafts and be like, I'm glad I'm not there anymore.
Do we want to do another sprint
Yeah, sounds good.
this time?
I'm good with a 20 to 25. Those seem to be really good times for me. But I'm okay with anything.
Yeah, I feel like I'm pretty good with anything. Anyone in the comments has any suggestions?
Yes, please let us know.
Oh, Rebecca just got on. Hi, Rebecca.
Hello. Thanks for joining.
We're about to do the next sprint. We're saying between 20 or 25 minutes. And I'm at least indecisive. I don't know if you're indecisive, so hopefully.
Oh, I am the epitome of undecisiveness. So whatever anybody else wants to do, I'm fine. We can just flip a coin.
Yeah.
20. Rebecca says 23. I'm fine with it.
Okay, let's do 23. Compromise.
Yes. I am here for that.
Okay, let's get started. That is time. I had to go get a sweater during the sprints because my house is so cold.
My house, it got cold too, and I'm like, oh, I'm cold. But if I put on the heater, then it's like really noisy. It's a little space heater. I'm like, okay, I'll just be cold.
Wait, this, I don't even know what monster that is. Like a dinosaur, I guess? V1.
Godzilla?
Maybe, yeah. Probably.
I don't know.
How did everyone do on that last round?
Let me see. I'm getting closer to ending this chapter, so it's like I'm at the 80% mark, and I'm very excited about that. But
Is it the same chapter with the inciting incident? Like the
yes,
okay.
yeah, it's. I don't know. I'll fix it later. I just need to get it done with because it's a complete rewrite. So I'm like, okay, I just at this point let me just put something down so that it at least makes sense, and then I can always change it later. Because I'm so tired of this chapter. But let's see.
Yeah, I started editing the next chapter, but this is like very light edits today.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
Moon just got on. Hi Moon. Thanks for joining us. And then Dawn polished chapter 8 and somehow managed to add 55 words.
Yay.
That's good. And Rebecca made her bed, made a to-do list, checked her email, and now is reading articles for an English essay. So that's very productive.
Wow. Yes. 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 Hi, Moon. Hi, everybody. Oh, it's so nice to see people, see everyone.
Yeah.
Wait, let me see. Check.
Chelsea said I think she wrote a couple hundred words, so that's good. Yeah. She's in the
definitely good.
lovely stage of drafting and just writing whatever words come to mind.
Oh, see, that's the fun time. That's the fun time.
Although I feel like now I'm so into like revisions, I'm not even sure if I know how to draft anymore.
That's a good point. Something I hadn't thought about. Now I'll just have to worry about that next time I go to draft. Like, do I even know how to draft anymore? Start editing before you even write the draft. Like, just start editing. Like, you have nothing. It's a blank page. I'll edit it.
Go back and rewrite stuff.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so this time I got 367 words, I guess, edited or gone through. Not added, but like, that's the chunk I was working with, and then I'm okay with these words, so I can move on.
Moon says she misses drafting too. She's reading through her manuscript from last April for the first time and trying to clean it up and cut words because it's so long.
I understand that. Yes.
Yeah.
And Chelsea is saying, each time I move to a new phase, they're convinced I've totally forgotten how to do it. Yeah, that's how I am as well.
Yeah.
But when you, Angela, when you go and like for your editing passes, are there certain words, like filter words, that you go through and you have to cut out that tend to be like in your writing?
Yeah, so I kind of went through filter words in the last round of edits a little bit. But I noticed I had a lot of she nodded, he nodded, people just nodding, which was not good. And then I've also noticed I guess like a lot of filter words in general. Like I would just say like she thought, she knew, like stuff like that, which is like a sign that you're telling. not showing. So then if you can just go back through and then, like, it's honestly pretty easy. Sometimes you can just even cut out the phrase "she knew" from the sentence, and the sentence like works on its own. And then it takes a little bit of like maneuvering. And then I really have a lot of similes. So I'm trying to figure out how to conquer the overbearing similes in my work.
Yes. Well, yeah, it's this child. I'm like, blah, 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 like this and that. I'm like, stop. Like, I could see myself doing it, but I'm like, okay, whatever. And for me, it's a lot of nods. It's a lot of, they do like weird things with their eyebrows, like all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Like, all the time. Everyone is just constantly surprised with their eyebrows. So.
Or do you ever have this scene where it's just like people staring? Like, she stared here. They stayed there.
Yes, staring, studying something, which is just, I use like all the thesaurus words for staring, and I'm like, well, it's different because it's not actually staring. She gazed in the like, no, stop. Yeah, so I do that, and then what was the they realized, that's the one I gotta cut out a lot. They realized a lot of stuff because I don't know how else to put it, so they just gonna realize, like, oh.
Rebecca said filter words have become the bane of her existence.
Yes.
And then Moon said she has a phrase frequency counter. I feel like I should probably look into. Even just going through like Control F and seeing how many times I use it.
Yes.
It's a lot of wide eyes.
Oh, yes, that's another one. Yeah. Everyone is just constantly shocked at whatever they're like, oh. Every time.
Yaza said furrowed their eyebrows and gazed. And Dawn said grits her teeth a lot.
That one I haven't used. No, I'm gonna pick up like other. Oh, that's a good one. I'm gonna put it in there. Like, no, don't add more.
And Moon said there's a lot of free programs online where you can like copy and paste your story, and then it'll tell you what your catchwords are.
I want to say, I think there is a word frequency in Scrivener as well. I know we're talking about Scrivener earlier, but I think they do have one. I'd usually just I have a list, and I just keep adding to the list, and I just control, find, and go through that. I'm going to have to take out a lot of that. The extra that's that you don't need. But
yeah, that's always an issue. And I find too, just even like sentence variants, as I've been reading through this draft, I'm like, this entire paragraph is she this, she that, she verb. Like, it's like she verb, like each sentence. You need to vary this a little
bit. I do like they verb, comma, simile, and I'm like, no. just stop. It's no. Stop. It's like, it's bad when your own writing just starts to annoy yourself, and you're like, well, the readers are going to be annoyed too if I'm already like can't with these sentence structures that are the same.
Chelsea said this made her feel so much better about having so many filter words in her first draft.
Oh, yes.
Especially first drafts. I feel like that's not a big issue in first drafts.
Yeah.
So
it's just realizing when you go back, okay, well, you can fix it. And a lot of times, like you said, it is easy. You could just cut it out completely, or you just rework it a little bit, and your manuscript will thank you in the end.
Yeah. It also sometimes I feel like the filter words that I used in my first draft, sometimes the rest of the writing will be horrible. So having in those few sentences like kind of tell me what's happening. I don't write it, I actually know what's happening.
That is a good point. And sometimes telling does, you don't want to show everything. You don't want to like overshow and really go into minute detail about how they walked across the room and then stepped through the you don't want to. It's finding that balance, I feel, for me, showing and telling, because it's never a balance for me. I'm either like telling everything or I'm showing everything, and just need to figure that out.
Yeah. And even sometimes like I don't know if you guys do this, but I'll tell too many details. Like I'll have the person like go through their entire morning routine just so they can get to like arriving at school. And I'm like, no, this scene needs to start when they arrive at school because that's like when the action happens.
Yes. It's for me, it's like both extremes. Sometimes I'll tell way too much, and then other times I will just dump the character somewhere and no one knows what's happening. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Like, you probably need more description to set the reader, like ground the reader somewhere, but not so much to where it's just telling that they woke up and they ate breakfast and this is their entire meal and here's a recipe to go along. I tend to do that. So for my fantasy book, I'll just put the recipes at the end, like a little recipe guide, so that I can just be like, see Appendix A. So I don't have to like
add on though. Yeah. I like that. So you can make like videos when you like make each of the recipes.
I thought about it. I mean, it's basically because I'm not the best cook. I'm not, but my, I guess, cultural background is Cajun cooking. So a lot of the stuff that the people eat in my fantasy, it's all like Cajun inspired dishes, like gumbos and etouffees and stuff. So I'm like, I'll just put the recipe in the back.
That's cool. I like that. Moon said that she's trying to trim her manuscript and she keeps finding places where she describes something with 3 different similes.
Yes. I feel that so much. Yes. Because then you just I keep going with the similes and then they just get more outrageous every single time. I just keep going.
Moon and Chelsea also both love the recipe appendix idea. So I feel like it needs to happen now.
Oh yeah, well apparently. Yes. Oh, I'm glad. That makes me happy. That makes me very happy.
And Yaza said that his 0 draft is when they write everything as an info dump and then cut it all out in draft 1.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that's really similar to I believe, I'm not exactly sure, but Kate Kavanaugh, when she says she does 0 drafting, it's more like her telling herself the story, which is really interesting. I like that.
Yeah, sometimes I wonder if my one's just the 0 draft and I'm just not calling it that.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I call it just my outline. That's my outlines are so much that it almost really is a 0 draft. I just call it an outline, but if your outline's like 50,000 words, is it really an outline?
Well, do we want to try to start another sprint?
Yes, I am ready to go.
If anyone has any suggestions, I'd be cool with another 23 minutes.
I can go for that. Oh, 23. I'm trying to write down how much time that I'm writing for each one of these sprints because I'm tracking my Camp Nano goals by minutes, even though the site doesn't let you do that. But so it looks like my goal is very small at, I don't know, something like 400 words, but I'm tracking the minutes.
Yeah, they used to let you track by time.
They did, yes, before they moved the camp site and integrated it into the new Nano site, which kind of made me sad, but
yeah. Okay, maybe we should start. I think Moon said that her little ones are getting up from their nap already. Aw, bye. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, bye. It was so nice to see you.
Are we ready to start the sprint then? I will turn off my sound before the gunshot.
It's like I know it's coming, and I'm like,
I wish I could turn it off. I have like the sound muted, and it still just pops up.
It's like no, you're gonna get the sound. I'm ready. Actually, let me put this aside.
Okay, that's time. And King Kong and his creepy face won again.
On a roll.
How did everyone's writing?
I got lost reading the chapter that I had been working on. So now I'm going through one final pass and just reading it to make sure that, because when we were talking about all the filter words, I'm like, oh no, I have to go back and read and see. And yep, sure enough, there was about 4 or 5. I'm like, yeah, need to take those out. So I was just doing that. What about you?
I was just working. I kind of read through the chapter I was working on, and now I'm on the next one. And I did a read through of the entire book last Saturday to just kind of create like an editing plan for April. And so I made some like suggestions and comments. I'm basically just going through and like going with those, and then making sure, because I'm only rewriting like, I want to say like 7 chapters, and they're not like huge changes, but they're kind of like changes to some of the subplots, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm making sure in these chapters that like it didn't have a ripple effect. But the one change I made in chapter 13, like literally is not mentioned in chapter 15 through, now I'm on 19. So I'm like, so maybe it was a good thing I took it out, because it's just not needed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's good. But it's kind of sad because the one chapter I started with during our sprints was like super happy and was like the midpoint. And the next chapter was like where the characters get like shattered and face challenges. So I'm like,
womp womp.
And Jasmine said she wrote 134 words, so that's good, especially because she joined us halfway through. So.
Hey, Jasmine.
And then I'm going to pronounce this completely wrong. Shankurti wrote 887 words on it. If you want to like tell me how to pronounce her name, I feel so bad for pronouncing it wrong, but that's really great.
That's awesome. Yes.
And then Rebecca wrote 98 words for her English essay, but she was reading a lot of articles.
That's good luck.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah. Academic writing is so different than genre writing, and it can be hard to, because I feel I never get that sense of excitement, because when you're drafting something for an academic paper, you're like, no, you can't get too excited, you gotta like pay attention.
Even when I write like research articles about like my research thesis and like chapters of my thesis, like it's not as exciting as creative writing. I feel like I get more excited about research when I talk about it than when I write about it.
Yes, I get really excited, really enthusiastic about like academic, like the stuff that I'm researching. But yeah, same thing. Writing it, I have to tone it down because it doesn't read. I don't know if it's because it doesn't read as professional. If I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so great. Yeah. Everyone should read this. It's wonderful.
More telling too. Like you're like, it's just explaining stuff versus like telling a fun story.
Exactly. Yeah. Yes. This, if you show too much in academic writing, because that was my biggest thing before I found the field that I'm in now. When I would write like English essays, I would show a lot, and my professors all hated it. They're like, "Why are you doing this?" See, like, fine. But it worked out in the end.
Dawn wrote 125, but she's still editing chapter 8, so that's good. Back to that whole how do you track word count when you're revising?
Yes, exactly.
And then I pronounced it correctly.
Yay! Well, everybody seems to be doing really great on these sprints. I feel like really productive now, and I feel after these sprints, I'll keep writing, actually.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty excited about that, because it's been a long time since I've been like, all right, let's go. Let's get things done. I've just been in a slump lately with everything that's been going on, so I just have not been feeling very creative. I don't know about you, but
that's what I've been doing. It works me to like sit down and write. So I find like I've been hosting a lot of live sprints, and then I try to like go to a lot of people's live sprints, like other author tubers, and like just having that community, I feel like in isolation like helps me write.
Yeah.
They're like, I don't know. I always loved writing sprints, but I feel like recently I've really, really loved them.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. I feel the same way. I've been sitting in on a lot of sprints, even if it's just 10 or 15 minutes, because I can't stay usually for like the whole time because I'm doing a bunch of other stuff. But yeah, I really have been enjoying the sprints lately. It's just, I don't think I can host any more right now because, like I was telling you earlier, my computer is so old. So I may have to, I don't know, find a workaround, because if it's just me hosting, it's fine. But I feel like if I try other people coming on StreamYard, and then everything just doesn't want to work for me after that. So I'm kind of sad about that.
It is fun.
But it's really nice that a lot of other author tubers are starting to host more.
Yeah.
So that's really nice because there's always something going on, almost like daily during the week. Yeah. So it's like, okay, who's hosting one now? And I'll just actually look up writing sprints just on the search, and I'll find so many new people that way. So.
Yeah. I should start doing that. I never thought of that. I just look up who's in my subscriptions. That'd be cool to find like new people.
Well, the thing with my I don't know what it is, but my even if I have, like, I have the little bell for you and for most of the author tubers that do the live sprints, and I will not get the notification until either after it's already done or a good 30 minutes to an hour afterwards. And it'll be like, oh, they just started one. And then I'll go and it's mostly done or halfway done. So I have to just go to the search and try to search and see, because my notifications aren't working properly.
Yeah, I wonder if it's an issue too with like StreamYard.
It's probably a little bit of, it's either StreamYard or it's YouTube. I know, a lot of people are starting to like go on YouTube more, or they're starting to like make more videos. So I'm sure there's a lot of strain on YouTube's end as well as StreamYard too, because everyone is streaming. So
Rebecca just said live sprints are honestly the key to Nano.
Yeah,
true.
Yeah. I agree, because if I'm just sitting in my office and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna write today, I could easily talk myself out and be like, oh, I need to check on my Animal Crossing thing. Let me go look at that. And then 2 hours later I haven't written. But if I'm on a live, you have to write, because as soon as the sprint is done, it's like, how do you do? So I'm like, okay, can't let people down. Let's go.
It's good accountability.
It is. It really is.
Do we want to do one more sprint, or?
Let's see. Well, we're at 1:45 right now. We could do one short one, and then I think I can call it a day.
A little cool down.
Yes, a cool down sprint. Let's do it.
Do you want to do 10 or 15 minutes?
Let's do 10.
Okay, sounds good. Mix it up. And I'll mute myself again so we don't all have to hear the sound of me.
That was great.
Maybe I'll keep the sound on for old times.
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Okay. The lizard guy won again.
Yay!
I feel like it was the same two monsters that won.
Mm-hmm. The other one didn't stand a chance, I guess.
Nope, we just step up the game.
Yep. Next time. Next time.
So how did everyone do on that last sprint?
Pretty good. When I was reading through the same chapter, I realized like there's actually like 2 chapters. I just kept adding, and I'm like, oh. But once you read it through the whole thing, you see like a normal split where I'm like, okay, this needs to be 2 chapters, which kind of makes me feel better because I'm not I wasn't working on 1 chapter forever and ever. It was actually 2 chapters. That that was nice. What about you?
Pretty good. I got through all the chapters I wanted to read through today. And again, those are like really small revisions. So like
Mhm.
I got through, I want to say like 3 or 4 chapters during these 2 hours, but it also wasn't like I was doing giant things. So I need to do a little bit more work today, but I'm definitely going to take a break for lunch.
Yeah.
Here.
Likewise. It's almost 11, so yeah.
Yeah.
I am hungry.
This breaks made me so productive.
Yeah, this is actually because sometimes I go on lives and I don't get as much writing done because I feel nervous or something. But I don't know, this one I just was powering through it. I was actually, it's really nice. It's a nice feeling.
It is. Let's see. Rebecca worked on editing her film paper. Jasmine got 233, and then Shankriti got 1,218 words. Wow,
Wow.
that's
That is
so
awesome.
productive. Wow,
Very productive.
awesome. Aw, everyone did so well.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And thank you everyone for joining us on this Saturday.
Yes, thank you very much. And thank you, Angela, for hosting.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks for being my not special guest. Whoa. Like, what is it called? Like, we know, like, there's like a guest, and they're kind of like, I don't know, like words like that.
Like co-person. Co-person.
Okay, clearly, we both need breaks before we start editing anymore.
Yes, I agree. Time for break.
Okay. Bye, everyone.
Bye.